Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I'm doing all right. I just want to make a very quick comment of my response to this whole Bob Woodward thing with Trump knowing about the coronavirus and playing it down. Okay, think back what was going on back then. The president was in the middle of impeachment. Okay, the Democrats were already high geared. They got the impeachment inquiry started. They started the impeachment proceedings. And he was washing off the impeachment hoax off his back. When you are a leader, when you are in charge, okay, like my dad was, you got a lot of things to contend with. Okay? You're trying to balance a million things. And as a human being, we make decisions. And sometimes we make decisions that were the right decisions at the time. And in hindsight, we say, you know what? I didn't do this so well. But it was the right decision at the time. It was the right decision I felt was the right decision at the time. Okay? So when you're the leader of the free world, do you realize how big of a responsibility that is? How much heaviness that is? My father was the leader of the recording studio. And he aged so quickly with all the stress that was going on. And I criticized my dad being a chain smoker, which was what killed him. But thinking about it, you know what? I don't blame him for being a chain smoker. When you got so much to contend with, you have the competition of the other recording studios. You have your responsibility to make sure your clients are happy. You have a responsibility to make sure you are doing a good job, making sure everybody else is doing a good job. You got so much on your plate. Okay? Being the leader of anything, whether it's a country, whether it's a city, whether it's a business, whether it's a recording studio, whether it's a family, whatever you are the leader of, takes a very big toll. Think about the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Let's use that as a great example. Here we have George Bailey. Okay, not only, here we have George Bailey as a leader of Bailey Building and Loans. He also has his stockholders. He has his customers. He has the community who are entrusting him. He has his family. He's the leader of his family. He's the leader of the business and loans. He has the responsibility of everybody who works for him, who's has accounts with his bank, and when the money comes up missing, okay, now he's got, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And the examiners are coming, you know, when you are, okay, you're a doctor. That's a very high stress job also, because you have to worry about malpractice, lawsuits. Whenever you are, I mean, you got a lot of things on your plate. But the President of the United States, you have millions of people who have faith in him. He said that right from the start, that the American people has put faith in him, and he promised not to let us down. He's going to do his best to not let us down and be the very best president he can be. Okay, so he's got other countries. He has got, can you imagine the scope? I know from experience work with my dad, living with him, working with him, how much he had on his plate. Can you imagine taking that and multiplying that 1,000-fold? Okay. And when you get up in business and you go up the corporate ladder and then you become assistant manager and then you become the manager. And I've seen so many movies, but a lot of movies are based in reality, of business structure. Because, and of course, being here at Summit, because everybody here working, you have the CNAs. The CNAs are supervised by the nurse. Now the nurse has a responsibility not only to her patients or his patients, but also to the CNAs who work under them, and making sure everything is going right. And then you have other departments, the respiratory therapists. They have a supervisor also. Now the nurses have a supervisor, and the nurses have the the director of nursing, right? So now the nurse has people under her and someone over her. Okay, so the nurse, okay, has people under her who have to answer to her. And she has a responsibility to the people under her. And then she has to answer to the nurse supervisor above her. And the nurse supervisor, oh, she's got a big responsibility also. Because the nurse supervisor, of the director of nursing, she has all the nurses and CNAs under her or him. Okay. Then you have the director of the facility. He has got a very big responsibility. When we had that roof leak last year, we had maintenance. We had maintenance people working under maintenance. Now, when the maintenance supervisor saw that we had a roof leak, then he had a responsibility to make sure the damage is less, you know. But then, of course, then you have the director, you know, the supervisor man of the building. He has to answer to corporate. Okay, corporate, Department of Health, you know, and then you get corporate. And when corporate comes, all the T's must be crossed, all the I's must be dotted, and then if the Board of Health gets in here, and then, it's all part of the story. Whenever you have a business or whatever it is, you have people working under you, over you, directly around you.